Well, this is it. The last day of the Edelweiss Croatia to Greece tour. Day number 12 on the road. Today we head to Athens. And that's it. We're gonna wrap this trip up. We've got one last really good day of riding before we make it to the end of this journey. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Last day. Should have drawn sad eyes and happy eyes. But it's a sad day because the trip's coming slowly to an end. But it's also a good day because we're going to Athens. We're going to see some wonderful things. And we have lots to talk about after the trip.
So we're starting here at Nafplio. We're going to drive along the coast all the way to Athens. About 6.5, 7 hours, 150 miles. Leaving our little farm-to-table hotel restaurant. We're heading into Nafplio, into the city to look at the ruins of this large castle up on the hill. Wow, a couple of ginormous mega yachts here in the harbor. Look at the size of that one. Well, we just stopped down here in the harbor to have a look at the castle up there and a couple of the big super yachts that are parked here. All right, we're out of the city, back on a stretch of coastal road here. Beautiful views off to the right. Well, suddenly I find myself on this really cool piece of pavement out in the country, climbing up the side of this mountain, and I know that I'm on my way to one of the most significant amphitheaters in Greece, but I didn't know that it was going to be such a fun backcountry road as this one. Haha.
The one thing we got to spend time on, largest amphitheater that has been recovered from ancient Greece.
All right, these are the stairs up to the amphitheater.
There are 55 rows of seats for 14,000 spectators. Interesting enough, the first 34 rows of the 55 are actually the actual rows of the amphitheater, the original ones.
This is what it looks like down at the ground level here. Okay, here we go. Walking up to the top of the amphitheater. A beautiful view overlooking this valley with trees here. So this is one of the most impressive amphitheaters in the world. Acoustics of it are supposed to be amazing. There's a woman in the middle here ripping a sheet of paper and getting a signal from up above whether or not that person can actually hear it. Well, this is probably one of the last tourist things that we'll do on this trip. Think about all the performances that have taken place here over the millennia. This was built in 300 and something BC. I made a new friend. Hi. Hi. Hi, buddy. Goodbye, buddies. And there's a nice view of the ocean. Look at that. Hallelujah. Haha. Wow, you guys picked a pretty nice spot to stop here. So we're headed that way, all the way around, all this water here. This reminds me so much of motorcycling down in Baja, California. It's a lot like Mexico with the ocean and the streets, the construction, very similar in some ways, except not as many fish tacos here. Well, we've come back down to the ocean for another lunch stop. We found a great little harbor. There's all these cool old Greek fishing boats down here by the water. There's sailboats going out. They have dive shops down here. And right here is a bunch of Greek fishermen that have been coming in from their fishing trips this morning, bringing fresh seafood into the restaurant over here. It's a really beautiful little scenic harbor, and we found a restaurant right on the edge of the water once again. and we're gonna get some seafood, enjoy one of our last afternoon lunches here in Greece before we wrap this adventure up. Okay, back on the road after lunch. Try to find our way out of this little maze. We are way the heck up here on top of a bridge going across the Corinth Canal. This canal was completed in the 1800s and it shortens ships' voyages by a couple hundred miles. The canal was never really used to its full potential and it was soon outgrown by modern cargo ships. Today, more than 11,000 ships pass through this canal every year. Okay, here we go, the final push into Athens. I think the good riding is done. Well, we're in the residential area now, so I can only imagine we're getting pretty close to our hotel and the end of the ride. Just got our last gas, leave the bikes full for the next riders. Everybody made it. That's the good news. All right, here we go, final hotel. Yeah, all right. Good trip. Woo! All right, well, that is it. We have made it to Athens, the end of our 12-day ride from Croatia to Greece. Everybody made it. We had 9 motorcycles, 11 riders, 2 guides, and a support vehicle. I hope that you guys have really enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed filming it. It's been my pleasure to ride it with Edelweiss on the Croatia to Greece trip. I will put a link in the description to the Edelweiss website if you want to do one of the best motorcycle tours anywhere in the world. They have so many tours. Check out Edelweiss.